I can't tell you how many times I've started this game, but um, there's nothing more disappointing when you're playing than to just suddenly be gone. And I got killed because I got distracted. And I thought I had a good game going on, and I did. And I had a good fort, and I was really pleased with it. So it's hard to lose a game that you think you're achieving in, but I got distracted by a strange noise. And while I was trying to figure out what that noise was, I looked away from the game and night fell, and you know, one thing led to another. Next thing I know, I'm hearing the the attack sound, and boom, I was dead. So I've been trying to come back. And I'll tell you, I was playing a game yesterday, and apparently summer came. And I guess I have never been through a summer, but I was very surprised because I couldn't I couldn't move around. I I had to go from tree to tree to stay in the shade, otherwise I was going to overheat and die. I mean, it was kind of ridiculous, because how are you supposed to combat that without, you know, going through all these silly things that you have to do to make something to help you through the summer. But I mean, that's kind of extreme heat, and I didn't see the sense in it, so I perished and figured I'd start over and we'd see what we could do. But I think that summer heat thing is just ridiculous. I mean, because you can only stand under a tree for so long before you need to start a fire or protect yourself from something that's attacking you or go get something to eat. I can't even make a fire. So I'm kind of screwed. I guess this is not going to end well, so we'll see. You have to have grass and you have to have trees to build a fire. So when my torch runs out, I guess I'll just make another torch. Because I can't put it down to chop a tree. Could just light a tree. That'll get me through the night, won't it? Because my torch is gone. Let's see. It's going to be close. There we go. Well, that's one way to do it. Well, now we have a little bit of charcoal, don't we? And who is this fellow? Jerky. Well, Jerky, go get that turkey. Alright, so now that we can make an axe, or we have an axe, I guess, we'll go ahead and chop and get this charcoal, since we had to help ourselves through the night. Yes. We'll get you, turkey. There we go. If you're careful, and you have the turkey on the edge, if you're careful, if you don't crowd him, you can get both drumsticks. But a lot of times if you crowd him, they'll just fall into the water and then you don't have anything. So I've learned to be a little cautious as I approach the turkey on the edge. Those turkey legs will be good. Will be a good meal. So boy, I hate starting over. But that's okay because you learn something every time you play. But boy, oh boy, I had such a good fort. And this last one I was playing, I had a really nice fort. I had little offset rooms, one for storage and one for the kitchen area and one for the alchemy engine and science machine. And then I had a little room that I sat the tent in, and had a little room, like a mud room that I kept my thermal stone in. I mean, it wasn't an ideal location because I still hadn't really found any good rabbit holes around the area, but I was close enough. I was right by a road that led, I mean, it was a good spot. I'm still kicking myself for getting distracted. I mean, get distracted, but pause the game. Pause the game before you get distracted. That's all I'm saying. Just pause the game. No. That would have been too easy, I guess. So we'll start collecting rocks, we'll start collecting grass, we'll start collecting sticks and lumber. And then when we find a sweet spot. Now the last area that I built had a stone floor. It was that little place where you find the gnome and the little crank machine or something. And I picked all of the evil flowers and I burned them in the fire because there's so many evil flowers around there. It just gives off a bad vibe, you know. So I picked all the evil flowers and threw them on the fire, but by the time I had picked them and taken them to the fire that I set up a fire pit right in the center. I had lost most of my sanity. Those evil flowers are mean. If you accidentally pick up a petal from those, they will drain you pretty quick, and it's horrible. So I was pretty wobbly, but fortunately there were a lot of flowers around my area, and it took me some time to get back to normal, but I did. And so that was a little harsh, but yeah, if you're going to choose that area, you don't want to leave those evil flowers around. Not only do they take up space, but they're bad juju, I guess. I don't know. So, well, we haven't made it too far, but I'd say we've got a good start on our supplies. So let's check the map. Yeah, we've actually come a long way. Let's yeah, let's go over here and just explore a little bit. I knew this was going to branch off into something. There's a little grassland here. And there's a graveyard. You can always find gold in the graveyard. That's nice. We've got a pocket full of flint now. We've got some rocks in our pocket. So turkeys. it's about time to settle down. I have found that I would rather cut down the evergreen trees than these birch trees, because these birch trees can become that purple monster, and he's mean. I mean, he drops those little purple babies and they come after you, and the roots come up and slap you like Indiana Jones's whip. Not fun. Nothing I would recommend. So I prefer the evergreen trees. At least the tree guard, he's just kind of, shuffling around. He's not too bright. This other guy, nope. Don't like him. So we'll just stick with the evergreen trees. And off we go. We'll do a little exploring. We'll pick up some more supplies. There's an awful lot of pig people over here. Wow, what a nice community. Do you think the Pig King could be? Hey, Mickey, where's your king? You're not gonna tell, huh? Okay. Well, I don't know, but this might not be. Look, there's rocks over here. Some rocks over here. There he is! This is the Pig King. Constantius. You guys! I'm gonna be your new neighbor. I think I'm gonna be your new neighbor. Look at all these berries. Oh ho ho. Oh yes, we're gonna have to probably do it. I don't see a lot of flowers though. But we can get a flower garden going. There's beefalo. There's rocks. I don't see any rabbit holes. There's a handful of flowers. Oh, there's butter. I hope it's not spoiled. If we had an ice box, we could put the butter in there. Alright, you guys. We're scoping out the neighborhood. Julius, Chip. Haha, Chip. Alright, we're scoping out the neighborhood, fellas. I got a feeling that we'd like to be right at the elbow. I just wish I could see some rabbit holes. Oh, come on, guys. Where's the rabbit holes? It'd be nice to be by the pig people. Beefalo, rocks, trees, flowers, carrots. Buddy. There's a rabbit hole. All right. I think we're all right. We're not too far from the guys. Let's see. We'll have to risk cutting down some of these trees. But there sure is a rabbit hole right there. Pumpkin. We're gonna be neighbors. Soon as I figure out where I want to be. There's another rabbit hole. Yay, it's gonna rain. It's my favorite. Alright, so there's the Pig King. There's my neighbors. I'm thinking if I go right here, it'll be less tree cutting. Okay. And the rabbit was right up here somewhere. Yeah. Well, I like to have the rabbits close, but I don't see many rabbits. Maybe we'll find some rabbits close by. Okay, so do I have enough rocks? Yes, I do. We're gonna plant our area right here. We're gonna make our science machine right here. All the pig people are going to bed. We won't take our rocks here right now. We'll have to, of course, find a rocky area away from here so that in an emergency, if we need rocks or anything, we'll use these. Let's see. I'm going to put down the pine cones for right this minute and put down the gold. Hopefully there's no moles around here. And I'm going to run back up and see if I can find that rabbit hole. There it is. We're going to make a trap. We'll go ahead and just get this established right away. And we'll go back to our camp. Alright. So, first thing we can do is cook our turkey legs. And we'll eat a few berries. And a carrot. Boy, it's getting dark quick. Let's look at our map. Okay, well, I think we're going to have to risk taking some of these trees down, but I don't want to really do it at night. We do have our pine cones, and we have 9 of them, so let's throw a charcoal on the fire. And just start planting some of these little evergreens over here. Alright, that's going to establish our forest. Now, I figured in the last game, I want to establish a forest for lumber, and I want to establish a forest for charcoal. So if I have 2 of these things, whenever I need charcoal, I can just go burn down this wood that I built and then replant the pine cones after it burns. So it seems to me that's a pretty good idea because you're always getting pine cones. Alright, we're going to head off today and we're going to explore further south because we need some rocks. And there are some things we can leave behind. Well, not too many. But we can leave behind our charcoal. And we can leave behind the pan flute. We won't take those things with us. And actually, if we just establish a shovel and a backpack right now, we'll be able to get more stuff And we'll be able to pick up this manure that's in our camp and dig up this sapling that's in the way. Hams, how are you, dude? Are you gonna bring me a cake and welcome me to the neighborhood? We want to get our farm established as soon as possible, and there are so many things to do that I don't know if we'll have pocket space for everything, but making a grass area is a good idea. We're gonna have to get some spider webs to build a net. Not sure right now if I want to use these rocks yet or not. We'll just go on an exploration and see if we can get some things on our own before we have to take the ones from our own neighborhood. And we'll start with the little berry bushes. We won't worry so much about the big berry bushes right now, unless we have time. Okay. We'll go ahead and take this rock, I think. We've got 14 rocks so far, so that's pretty good. We won't collect seeds yet. Too early to be bogging down our pockets with seeds. Aha! Okay, we need some gears. We're gonna know that. And that the rhino will help us. Boy, this is risky. Run! Run! Okay, he about killed us. But we'll get him to blow this rock up for us. We'll go pick up these gears. Okay. He did knock down a tree, and we are going to get some more gears. If he gets us again, we're going to be toast. Okay. All right. Quit playing with the rhino. Quit playing with the rhino. We're definitely gonna need some carrots now. Alright. He did get some rocks for us though. And he did get the gears for us. And that's one thing, is you don't really have to fight those guys. To get the gears, you can just kind of direct the Oops, we better start a fire. You can just direct the rhino over there to smash the guys with the gears, because they're not quick enough to get out of the way. Apparently we're not quick enough to get out of the way either, but that's another story. Alright, we're going to eat some carrots, which is going to improve our health a little bit. And if we cook some berries, that will help too. Oh, you know what? We can eat that butter before it spoils. Oh yeah, that helped a lot. Alright, good. I'm so glad we had that butter. That helped us. Yay! Okay. Well, that was a fortunate thing. We got a handful of rocks. We got some gears, because we know we're going to need those. And phew, we need to pick up a few more gold pieces. But now we have 26 rocks. We'll just continue up the way here. Let's switch back over to our shovel. Once we get 10 berries and 10 grasses, then we can go home. We do have a little pocket space. We do want to collect all the rocks that we can. And these are ripe for picking because they're far away from our camp. And they'll give us gold, flint, and rocks. And they are wonderful. These jaggedy ones just give you rocks. And usually they're by the hounds. So we'll have to keep our eyes open. I think we did leave some gold back at the camp. We're about out of... Our axe is going to break, so we're going to need another one. And it's nice to be able to set up camp so soon, because then you're just established. You can start building your fort and preparing for winter, which is always fun. I mean, if you can go ahead and get your crock pot and establish your traps and get your ice box and even drying racks to dry meat that you get. And when those beefalo get ornery, my golly, they're going to get in fights with pigs, they're going to get in fights with bees, and either way you come out a winner, you're going to get meat one way or the other, you're going to get honey, you're going to get, you know, things, butterflies, they'll even attack butterflies when they're ornery, so it's always a win-win when the beefalo are angry, as long as you stay out of their way and don't have them get mad at you. Alright, we've only got 4 grasses so far. But look at that, we've got over 40 rocks, and that is gonna go a long way to building us a wall around our establishment. So, we are good. We are good. Get all the rocks we can. We'll hit this one and get some more gold. Do we still have a pickaxe? Yes, we do. And we'll hit this one too. Just to give us that. Because we need rocks to build some of this equipment that we need, and we don't want that taking away from our wall building rocks. So the more rocks you can get, the better. I remember one time when I went mining out in the middle of nowhere, and when we came back, our backpack was full of rocks. I mean, I can't even tell you how many pounds of rocks we were toting, because we had come to a kyanite mine and we were bringing kyanite back. And oh my goodness, we were packed down. And it's a good thing that we didn't see a bear, because we wouldn't have been able to run. We would have just laid there like a rock, because we couldn't move. But it was a good time. Let's see, what am I trying to do here? I'm trying to get my shovel. Okay. Alright, I think we're pretty good on rocks. We'll go ahead and call this a good run for rocks. We'll go ahead and switch back over to our axe. We'll get a couple more of these trees while we're here. Oh boy, there's a... Okay. I was gonna say there's a good rock that's just rocks, so let's switch back over and just get that while we're here. I don't think we'll run across any bears, so we should be all right. Okay, we'll keep our eye on the clock. We'll keep our eye on these beefalo. And any loose rocks, of course, are fair game. There's another carrot. Look at all these loose rocks. We should pick a few flowers if we see them. And we'll journey on to the next area. Oh, that's the end. Alright, we'll just go around the corner then. Oh, we'll get this grass. We should just build a fire here. Okay. And we'll get our shovel. And we'll get this grass. We have 12 flint, so we'll go ahead and pick up all these flint. And we'll go ahead and get our axe and chop this tree. And we'll just round this bend. Let's get our shovel back out. The shovel's been lasting a good long while. Let's see, we've got 7 grass now, and we've got 8 berry bushes. Oh, look at the gold. We'll just take these gold nuggets and rocks off your hands till we get to our second 40. Do you mind? Whatever your name is. Stay away, stay away. We will stay away, but we just need a few more rocks to make our second 40. So we'll take them. Thank you very much. We have plenty of rocks now. Romulus. All right, well, was this a land bridge? No. It's not a land bridge. Darn. Well, Mr. Beefalo, we're hungry. We forgot to eat last night. How lucky is it that we came across that rhino? I mean, we've got the gears now. I guess we'll head home. Let's see where we are in relation to our camp. There's the Pig King, and there's our camp. We're not too far away. We haven't ventured too far. Well, we'll get on this road. Clover, how are you, buddy? We just have to go through the graveyard. We'll get a few more grasses up our way. And start establishing our presence. Hey guys. Hey, where's your gardens? You guys usually have some nice gardens built. Where's our little hole? Here it is. Hey there, Hams. You are our best bud. We didn't bring you back anything though. Let's see. Well, we've got 15 more pine cones. How about that? We've started our forest over here, so we'll carry on. Hole cat. 1, 2, 3, 4. How about that? Don't be digging up my trees. What are you doing? All right. Then we got 9 berry bushes. I guess we'll set our berries over here by the Pig King. That'll be a good spot for him. Right here in this grassy spot. Wonder, did we get enough manure to help these guys along? Let's see. Well, we've got 9, so that's about perfect. Sooner we get these established, the better. Hey, Ham. No, don't stay away. Come on. We'll give you some stuff to eat later. Maybe we'll make our grassy area over here. We'll start building the grass over here. We're going to need to get some more manure to get these guys freshened up. So far we've got 1. But that's okay. We'll get some more. All right, let's get our fire going. And then we'll commence to making some doodads. Oh, nope. We're going to make some rock first. And we'll be busy all night long. Getting set up here with all the stuff we can build. I think we have enough to make a couple of ropes, which I think we'll need in the long run. And some boards, which we have. We'll make 4 boards because I think we're going to need those for something. Okay. Alright, and then we better stop and eat. So what have we got to eat here? We've got 1 carrot. And we've got some berries. We may have to go on a food expedition tomorrow. Now that night is setting in. But first things first, we're going to get our doodads and our alchemy engine, which we shall put right here. Alright, now, can we make a crock pot? We need to get our charcoal. Oh, we only have 3 charcoal. Alright, we're going to need more charcoal. Alright, that's okay. What about the ice box? We can build the ice box. That's a first. An ice box before a crock pot? It's unheard of. Alright, so let's make some more stone. Oh, did we use? No, we didn't use all that stone yet. Okay. Alright. Okay, so we need some more charcoal. So we're going to go get some charcoal. And let's see, can we build a chest though? Let's see. Because I need some stuff to keep safe from that dude. Let's see if we can build 3 boards. We can always get more trees because it's daytime. Yes. And then we want to build a chest. Alright, and we'll put that chest right over here. And we're going to put our gold and our pan flute in there for sure. Let's see. We'll put our rope in there. We'll put our pan flute. We'll put our gears and gold. And we'll put our stone in there. Okay. Hams. What did you just eat, Hams? We're gonna definitely start our wall when we get back. But we need... Uh-oh. They fought the buffalo. We're gonna clean up. We won't eat all the meat, guys. But we definitely get a couple for ourselves because we need a drying rack. Okay. We're still not recovered from our run-in with the rhino. But we're doing okay. Let's look and see where we've been. To see where we're more likely to hit some berry bushes. That would be to the south. And we need some more trees. We have a good axe. We'll need some more grasses too, and we'll need a lot of manure. Ah, there's so much to do. There's so much to do. Let's see. Let's get our shovel. Oh, look at that. The buffalo has provided us with butterfly. How about that? That'll help us. Uh-oh. Boy, he's mad at all the butterflies. Maybe we better get out of here because he could be mad at us too. They're pretty touchy. too bad we need some manure. No, mind your own. Mind your own. We do not want to mess with you today. We have chores to do. Whoa, 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 whoa. Uh-oh. Dude, you do not want to tangle with two ornery beefalo. Dude. Oh. Oh, yeah. Too bad we didn't get a pig butt. We could have used, the pig skin for a football helmet. Well, here's some real good trees. We'll go ahead and chop these trees. You know, I've been using stone walls instead of the wooden walls, and even when the hounds come, they just chomp right through those walls. Those walls don't protect you from the hounds, really. I mean, they just come right in. A few chomps and that wall is down, so I don't know if any of the walls would protect you very long. So I'm happy with the stone wall, though. It seems to serve pretty well. I mean, it keeps the general stuff out of your camp, like the pig people and tumbleweeds and whatnot. So, well, we sure could use some manure. We're going to have to risk it, because that's one thing that we can't be short on, especially when we start doing our crops. We're going to need some of that. So we had to venture out again today and get some supplies, but that's okay because we have the power. We'll get some more grasses. Which gives us berries and grasses. And we managed to get a lot more trees. We're going to need some charcoal, so we'll camp out, and then when morning comes, we'll find some trees to burn. We better start a fire. Okay, and then we'll carry on. I'm going to continue moving south a little bit. Avitus. Alright. Let's get our shovel back out. We'll go south and see what we can find. We'll bulk up our grasses, that's for sure. Oh, there's a carrot. That'll be nice. I guess we should have cooked that meat last night. We're going to avoid taking any of these trees. We will take an occasional flower just to keep our sanity up to grade. We've got about 14 flint, so we'll pick up a few of these. We could use some butterflies to get us back to our good health. And we'll pick up the occasional rock that we see laying around. There's a carrot and a manure, so we'll grab those. Here's a bush. There's a lot of butterflies around this area. Maybe we can wrangle one or two of them. Watch out for those bees. There we go. Got a butterfly wing. There might be some beefalo around. I see a manure. Just one though. There's some loose rock. Alright, so we got 10 bushes and 10 berries again, so let's concentrate on the manure. We'll have to see if the beefalo are still ornery. Because we don't want to tangle with them too much. Oh, they're still ornery, alright. Okay. Let's just go over and dig up all these stumps that we created when we chopped all those trees. That's a good way to get in a log or two. Alright, and while we're at it, we'll take our axe, which doesn't have a lot of power left. And we'll wait for these beefalo to produce some more manure. By chopping trees. We shall linger close. We'll gather a few more pine cones. And we'll get a few more manure while we wait. If we journey home right now, we may get back to the fort before dark. Let's see what we can do. We're liable to run into some beefalo on the way back. We've got some grasses to plant. We just need to get plenty of manure to get these things fertilized. We'll have a nice little grass patch over here. Okay. What's this? Wet goop. I don't know what wet goop is. Here's our forest. Do we have time to go figure out where we planted those berries? I know where we planted the berries. Let's go ahead and start our fire though. And then we can go plant our berries. Hurry. Whew. How many? We got 15. We got 15 manure. So I think fertilizing the berries is probably more important than fertilizing the grass right now. So we'll do the berries that we got. Oh, we've got one more berry. We'll do the berries that we've got, and And then whatever's left over we'll use for the grass. Okay, so while we're waiting this night away, we'll go ahead and make some stone walls. Oh, nope. I think I put all my stuff in the chest. Okay. Okay, so now we've got 30 rocks. Darn, I still didn't cook that meat. Let's go ahead and cook that meat before it goes bad. Alright. Boy, that did us good. Okay, so we want to establish... Let's see. Let's establish the wall for my kitchen area, or... Yeah, because we're going to want to build our... We still have to find a place to get some more charcoal so we can build a crock pot. But we'll go ahead and build our little kitchen area place. Hey, you might as well get creative with it, right? I mean, you think you're going to be living here for a while. You think. So, you can just take your time. It's not like you're not going to be attacked. You're not going to be, you know, doing this or that. So, yeah. Just take your time. We'll leave a doorway there, I think. We'll put a gate up because of sneaky raccoons. Hams, are you coming to see what all the noise is about? We're constructing. We're constructing a wall. It's not that we don't want to be neighborly, but we don't want to be neighborly. So there. All right. That's a pretty good start. Look at that. We've got our little storage room. We've got our little kitchen area. I wish we could move that ice box because I don't know if we're going to have room for our crock pot over there, but we can set it out anywhere. And then we'll just continue building. Let's see. Do I have anything to put in the chest? Not really. Well, yes, I do. We'll go ahead and put the beefalo wool in there. Okay, so we have a few more acorns we can plant, and I'll tell you what, let's go back over this way and plant these acorns, because this is going to be established as the burn forest. And then we'll put this sapling that I've been carrying over here. Okay. And we had one more berry bush. See how nice this forest is growing up? We can use for lumber in the winter if we need to. We have one more berry bush. Hey, how come you guys don't have a garden? That's what I want to know. You keep coming over here looking at my garden. But you guys usually establish a pretty good carrot garden or flower garden or grass garden or something. And I haven't seen any of that out of you this time. Why don't you guys get building? The king doesn't require that much care, and I'm sure he gets hungry, so let's get on that, will you? All right. What are we needing? We're needing some tree logs, we're needing some berries. We're needing some charcoal. That's what we need, some charcoal. Let's look at our map and see where is a good place to burn. Well, we haven't really uncovered any big forests. So let's go back down to the lumpy trees. We'd better build a fire. And then we can collect these logs and stuff tonight. Oh, it's a full moon. Well, la-ti-da, how about that? We can go, we have the whole night. Not that the night is very long, but we have the whole night and the beefalo are sleeping. So we can run in and get that manure. Hey! Well, he didn't like that, did he? Dude! Well, who knew we could wake up a beefalo? We were being very quiet, too. Oh, all right, let's see. I don't know if we should try that again. Okay. So we were trying to get down to those lumpy pines so that we could burn them for charcoal. Did I go the wrong way? Sort of, but it loops around. So, let's see. I don't know where all of our sticks are going, but it seems like we never have enough sticks. Okay. We'll just dig these grasses up that we got before so we can replant them. We only have 15 manure right now. We'll go ahead and get all these sticks. And we'll go ahead and do this rock. We still have 41 rocks. But, you know, that might not be enough. So the more we can collect, the better. Alright, let's get back to our shovel. I just wish we had more rabbit holes, but we do have one. And we didn't check it, so that's pretty lax. Alright, so here are the trees. We're going to go ahead and try to burn all these if we can and get some charcoal without getting too hot. Uh-oh, I got too hot. Alright. We'll put our torch down. And we're hungry, so we're gonna eat something. Alright. And then we're gonna get our axe, and we are gonna commence to collecting some charcoal. I hate to burn down a wood for that, but we need the charcoal. And so, needs must. And there's even some manure up north that we can get on our way back through. And here's a rock. We might as well go ahead and get this rock while we're here. We're going to establish a really good camp. And get ourselves set up for survival. Our goal now, not just to survive the winter, but our goal now is to try to make it over 100 days. All right, you beefalo. It's getting dark. We need manures. We're not trying to make you angry. We just need manures. We've got a good supply of logs. If we don't have to burn too many. So hopefully we can get back up to our camp before nightfall. We're going to have to go get our fire belt. Alright, and then we'll eat some carrots. And some berries. We'll cook them because we're still trying to get our health points back. And we're going to call this episode. We have made great strengths and strides in our establishment. We will continue to build our wall, and we will continue to build up our grass fields, our forests, and our berry fields. And we should be all set. We've got a rabbit trap back there we need to catch. So we'll see you all again next time. If you like this episode, please hit the like button. And if you'd like to see us every time, see how long we last this time, please hit the subscribe button and join us again and again. We'd love to have you. MessHazel out.